What's going on, YouTubers? Wanted to show this to you guys. This is the custom Kratos 1/4 scale statue. Not sure of the commissioner name or anything, but check this bad boy out. So he is on top of an ogre, a Norse ogre basically. This is the classic costume, the exact same as my life-size bust. It comes with either a horn or Mimir. I'll be displaying Mimir, of course. You get the axe on the back. This is the classic axe. There's tons of arrows here. An ogre's head. Yeah, I would not be displaying that because it does come with a few swap outs. I'll display it maybe on the base though. See the armor? That's the exact same as my life-size bust right there. Same exact armor. And this is basically kind of like a rage version, somewhat similar to the bust I had commissioned that got canceled on me. So this is the exact rage pose. Check that out. Very hyper realistic, great detail. It's about 25 inches tall. So you get this option of really just rage. When he's in rage, he's like super ripped. Skin's almost slightly redder. He's just so furious. The power of the gods is in him. And so you get this option. He just defeated the ogre. Now, he also has the bow, Atreus' bow, that you can put on him. I would never have him actually wear it like that. I would put it on the base, actually. So there's the portrait. Now, this is a custom, I believe, limited to 60. Sold out. There's the wife's ashes. Great texture. And there's Mimir, the swap out for the horn. See Mimir, they actually painted in his eyes. On the Prime one, it's just pure white. They don't actually have eyes. And then this is the Blades of Chaos version, which is how I think looks better. So this is the Kratos from the very beginning. These are not level 9 Blades of Chaos, like the Prime one. This is him at the very beginning. And then you have the chains you can wrap around the wrist, which I would. Exact same wrist armor as my bust as well. Yeah, but this is level 1 Blades of Chaos and same as the axe. So it really matches my bust quite well, just a rage version. And there's a good view of the total statue. It's a pretty good sized statue. I think it looks awesome. So, this exact statue you're seeing in this video, this one is coming to my collection. Fellow YouTuber sold it to me. So we're actually going to display it right there for right now. I'm going to try a few different things. But we removed Link for a few reasons, which I'll explain. But I wanted to see how it looks right here next to custom Kratos. Because this one's also a very hyper-realistic one, very shredded. And I think it looked great right there. Like a Sony PlayStation shelf. 3 of my favorite game series from PlayStation. And then, of course, you have Kratos here. So it's all the Kratos are here. Now, I could also... There's a few different options, folks. I'm very confident it could fit just right here, especially if I did a riser, like one of my acrylic risers. I removed that. You could put the Flame of Valheim right here if you want, but I could definitely put it right there. That would also work. It's the same costume as that. There's the ogre, actually, that is on the base, so you can see. But it's the same costume as this, the exact same. The only difference I noticed was this was gold on the costume. Maybe it's a level, 2 version. Other than that, that's the exact same. The basic armor is the same. Of course, it's a super shredded, realistic version where Prime 1, of course, he's a little ripped on the belly and whatnot. I still think the Prime 1 is hands down the best Kratos statue ever made. But I do think this custom is legit. I like the pose and concept a lot. On the ogre base, the way the pose is with the blades and the classic costume to match the bust, where this is, much later on costume. I do want a classic look as well. So I have purchased this. It's coming home. I should have it this upcoming week. We're going to try it right there. I also think if you removed Resident Evil, put that God of War there, you could also put it back there. Although, I still don't know about that. Just because I'm thinking of a Kratos right there, the base will be blocked by him. I kind of think I prefer not to do that. What I think could look good, though, is if you did God of War Ragnarok there, and then you did just a vase, like the God of War 1 vase there. But we're going to put the custom Kratos, God of War 1 right there. I think it'll look really cool in this display. It's going to look better than Link did. Link is an Xbox game. This is pretty much all PlayStation. That's my Xbox display. But for now, we've gone ahead and moved Link out here. So, and I did want to compare them as well so you guys can see how they compare together. Because this is like my Zelda display. So I'm like, okay, we just need to bring this Link out here. Now, the scale is slightly different. The head is a little bit bigger and the body is a little bit bigger on the Dream Studios, but not enough to bug me, especially considering knowing they're from two different video games. Link's not going to be the same size in every video game. So, as of right now, Dream Studios has not announced a Princess Zelda. We don't know if we're getting one. I assume we will, but I could always remove that golden idol and place this custom Kratos there. I could definitely do that. It will fit right there. The base is small. But here are the two Links together, and I wanted to compare and get your guys' thoughts on which one you think is truly better. Now, when it comes to base, there is no doubt this is much better than that base. You got that whole Zelda underbase, the Triforce on top, all the Easter eggs. That base is freaking perfect. This base, you get a basic black underbase. Don't like that. I think this is 1,000 times cooler. Then you get a rock. Now, the rock and tree are very detailed. That looks fantastic. However, that is much better. So, when it comes to the base, Dream Studios is miles better. Now, when it comes to pose, so Dream Studios, very classic museum pose. You're just standing there holding a sword and shield. Where this one, he's more or less like lunging forward with shield out, sword in hand, ready to attack. A very action dynamic pose. I'm always a bigger fan of action poses. I just think, they look cooler. It shows more, gives more story, more emotion to the statue. The one positive thing of a museum pose statue is it does allow you to visually see the costume and character better. Like from this exact angle, Link is blocking, part of his chest, and depending on the angle, he could be blocking his face but I mean, they did do a good job of not blocking too much detail on this guy. But there's no doubt you can see this costume and everything a little bit better on this guy. Now, this is Ocarina of Time. That is Twilight Princess, more realistic take. So it's not like true to, the game. Now, in terms of swap outs, this comes with basically two additional costumes. Upper torso bust, 3 different coins, which I moved them right there out of the chest. And that's basically all the swap outs. So, in essence, you got 3 different coins, a heart, and 2 different, colors. So if you want to change it to a blue Link, a red Link, you can do that. This one comes with 3 portraits, 2 swords, 2 shields. I have never changed the shield out because that shield looks better in my opinion. Although, I need to look at the old shield. I can't even remember what it looks like. It's more like classic looking. You get this sword, and you get another sword. You basically get the big Goron sword and the Master Sword. Now that Master Sword is pure metal, and it looks really good. I do think the sword and shield look better on the custom. I love this sword and shield on this one. It's very good. It's bigger as well, bigger sword and shield. But I think the quality is better on this one. Now it comes to texture work of the costume. This one is a very, very fine texture. Now this one is also a very fine texture. They are a different type of texture. They're both extremely good, but there is no doubt that this costume is more detailed. This is all pure texture. This is just like basic white, no texture. When it comes to the costume, the boots, and everything, I think the custom wins. When it comes to portrait, I think this one's more accurate to Link. This one, I think his eyes are a little bit weird. They should be looking more this way. Instead, it's like he's looking like weird. This one, he's looking to the side. This one, his eyes are huge. They're decals. This one, they're hand painted as far as I can tell. They're both very good. This one is like hood things just hanging down. That one's to the side, which I really like. The greens are great on both. This one's a little bit darker green. That's just a more realistic take. It's definitely more detailed on the costume. You know, like his belt sash. You know, this one is a little bit bigger. But I mean, like, look at the boots. They're very simplistic. And this one, they're very detailed and very good looking. Some people are not a fan of this Link. I'm a huge fan. Since day one, I have absolutely loved this Link. And I absolutely love this Link as well. I think it's freaking fantastic. You know, so when it comes to detail and everything, I think that one is a little bit better. Concept, I like the pose of that a little bit better, but I like the concept of this base and everything better. Swap outs, I mean, that one comes with 3 heads, but only 1 head is actually good. The 2 swords are cool. You know, I think that's the longer one. The other one is even shorter. You know, and then 2 shields. This one, you just get the body swap outs. But I like the body swap because it does change the statue quite a bit. You know, this one, the other heads are just not good, frankly. I wish they would have did different heads. They did, like, weird-looking heads. Overall, they're both really, really freaking good, folks. I really, really like them both. Ultimately, Dream Studios is probably the better Link, though, just because of that base. That base is so good. Plus the fact you get all 3 colors. I think that's a huge win for Dream Studios. You know. But, yeah. These are definitely the 2 best Links in the market, in my opinion. Anything on pre-order, anything released, these are the 2 best Links in the market, in my opinion. I don't plan to sell either. I'm a huge Zelda fan, of course. This is my dedicated Zelda display, you know, because it's the way it is. We're going to get Ganondorf. If we get a Princess Zelda, we'll get her as well from Ocarina of Time by Dream. And then we'll just stick with those 4 statues. So 2 Links, 1 Ganon, 1 Zelda. Anyways, folks, that is it. You guys should be seeing that custom Kratos statue review probably Thursday. And Bumblebee, actually also Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, this upcoming week, you'll be seeing those reviews. Those are the 2 definite statues we're getting. And fingers crossed we get Darkseid, Ellie, and Abby. Because then the week will be absolutely jam-packed with amazing statues. And I just actually beat Last of Us 2. I'm playing Dragon Quest 11 now. So, you know, Last of Us 2, very fresh in the mind. You know, fantastic freaking game. Absolutely loved it. You know, so I'm very excited for the statues. That's it, though, folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.